Black Lives Matter.
Hello. Hi guys. My top says my plans this weekend, Sleeping Beauty. That is far from it. We are doing date night tonight, and we did this a few weeks ago, and we cooked like a full-on meal and decorated the dining table. So we thought we'd do that again, seeing as we're still stuck at home. Tonight's kind of theme is Wagamama style. So I'm not going to be following any kind of like Wagamama recipes or anything, but we're going to do steamed buns, a really nice peanut buttery coleslaw, and then some yellow curry and coconut rice. So that is the plan for food. It's like almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but what I kind of want to do is have everything ready so that when we want to eat at like 6 or 7, we can actually sit down and eat properly and not be like faffing around with food. So I'm going to start a few things now, and I'll leave all the recipes of all the food that we eat, if I am following any recipes, in the description box. So now that I've got that out of the way, how are you guys? How are you doing? I hope you're all well. And yeah, I'm going to make a start on the food. So in the salad dressing, I'm going to put some toasted sesame oil, sriracha, white rice vinegar, soy sauce, maple syrup, garlic, and ginger. And I'm basically going to mush everything together and create a salad dressing with this. My brother made this salad quite a few years ago, and it was so good. And I feel like he sent me the wrong link to the one that he made, because I swear the other one had peanut butter in it. I just added like a really, really big tablespoon of peanut butter into this. I'm just giving it a quick mix. I'm gonna add it all to the veg. Okay, I just cut some onions up so my eyes are looking a bit red. So in this bowl, I have white cabbage and purple cabbage, onions, coriander, red pepper, and carrots. And it looks really good. So now I'm gonna get this dressing all up in here. Give it a really big mix. This salad is supposed to be eaten like quite chilled. So once this is all nice and mixed up, I'm gonna pop it in the fridge, and then I can start making the other little bits and bobs. So let's go. I'm making a start on the yellow curry. I'm actually doubling up the recipe, so I'm just gonna show you what's in this one, and basically I'm doubling it. So I've got 1 onion in here, I've got 1 green chili, a thumb of ginger, about 3 garlics, 2 stalks of lemongrass, and I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon, so 2 of these, into this, and then blend it all up, and then that's our paste ready. This is like the easiest curry you can ever make, but this is like the base of it. I always struggle to blend this because I feel like my Ninja just doesn't want to work. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to the mix, just so that we can get a nice paste out of it and not make it get stuck everywhere in my blender. My double batch of the curry paste is done, and it smells so good. And now comes the really, 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 really easy part. And I find that the longer you boil the curry for, it tastes better, and the next day it tastes even better. So that's the plan. Let's move on to the next step. Okay, so this is the real easy bit, and this is just cooking everything off. So in here I am adding my oil. First of all, I'm going to cook off the paste. Just gonna wait for the oil to get a little bit hotter. I feel like I'll bring you guys back. It's like the weirdest angle ever. I'm gonna add these Beanit protein pieces in here. This is like our favorite vegan protein to use for cooking, and one of the reasons why is because the ingredients are super, super, super clean. You can get this from Sainsbury's. That's where we get ours, and we always keep it in the freezer. So it's 12th of March on here, but it's been in the freezer and I just took it out. Whenever it's on offer, we get loads of these. So yeah, this is gonna go in here along with some mixed veg. I feel like my oil is getting a little bit hot, so I'm gonna add all of this into there. The real important thing for this paste is to really cook it off. So I'm putting it on a relatively high heat to make sure everything's cooked really nicely, and then I'm going to leave it on like a bit of a medium heat just so that it can really cook and caramelize before adding anything else. P.S. It smells really good. It's been cooking for around about 5 minutes now, and I'm gonna add in my peanut pieces, and then I'm slowly gonna add the coconut milk. And the recipe that I follow, it says to add it in really, really gradually, so I'm just gonna do the same thing. I blame my husband for that. This is the coconut milk that we're using. I get these from Costco, in case you're wondering. It can be really fancy, and you can add any kind of vegetables you want in here. You can add water chestnuts, you can add cabbage, you can add carrots, you can add aubergine, you can add literally anything you want. But I'm gonna be basic, and I'm gonna use mixed veg from the freezer. And I'm just gonna shove loads in there because I like mine with a lot of veggies. I actually eat this like by itself like a soup. So yeah, I'm gonna shove loads of these in there. Now I'm gonna add some tomato, like crushed tomatoes. You can actually add 2 fresh tomatoes into this, but we have this in the fridge, so I thought I'd use this up. So I'm gonna shove that in there. So now I'm adding 2 limes into this. I'm actually just gonna add 1.5 and see how it tastes. And if I feel like it needs more, then I'll add a little bit more. But now I'm gonna add some sugar. I like mine quite sugary, so I'm gonna add quite a bit of it. We use coconut sugar in all of our cooking and everything, so I'm gonna add some of that into this. I'll probably add a good 3 spoons of it, just because I like it really sweet. And then just a little bit of salt, according to your taste. I don't like my food too salty, so I'm just gonna add a little bit. I'm really impatient, and I like to taste my food as soon as it's like pretty much everything is in there. So I'm gonna give it a quick taste test. Oh my god. This is good. I feel like it doesn't actually need anything. Oh my god. So the curry is officially done, and now I'm going to try and attempt to make the bao buns, just the steamed bun bit. We actually bought loads of mixed mushrooms from Sainsbury's the other day, like loads of like random mushrooms all mixed together. So I'm thinking to make like a dry, spicy kind of thing, and then shove that into the steamed buns with some vegan mayo and some cilantro or coriander. We'll see how it goes. Whether this angle is working right now, but I'm just in my little Instagram corner, and I'm going to film a little bit of a get ready with me. I have been filming a lot of my videos here recently, and I just thought I'll just sit down here because half of my stuff is here anyways. And I've got a couple of new Morphe palettes which I like the look of eyeshadows in. I'm going to do like a really easy eye, nothing dramatic or anything like that, but I thought because it's date night I want to make a little bit of extra effort. So why not? I'm gonna start off with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. I've been really liking this. I've actually used quite a bit of it, and I love it as something to put on underneath my makeup. And I'm wearing something khaki. I feel like khaki is such a me colour. I put my dress on, and I said to Vex, I was like, oh, do you like my dress for date night? He goes, yeah, it's really nice. It's a very you colour. And I was like, yeah, it is. So I thought I'd do a bit of a khaki eye. I was like, I need a mirror. Moisturizer, I'm going to take my Ulla Henriksen Double Cream, the Sea Rush Brightening one. I love this, again, under makeup. It's beautiful, but I feel like it's really nice and hydrating as well. I think this is my second or third tub of it. It's so good. And as always, I will let you guys know all the products that I have used in the description box. I'm legit filming in front of a ring light, and this is like, it reminds me of old school vibes when I used to film in my bedroom with like my ring light against my table and my like mirror behind it. So it's giving me those kind of old school vibes. For foundation, I think I'm gonna take, do you know what, I've been loving mixing L'Oreal Paris's True Match foundation into pretty much every single foundation that I've been wearing. So this time around I'm gonna mix it into the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. Where's my beauty blender? Okay, so I'm gonna take around about 1.5 pumps of the Charlotte Tilbury and one really decent glug of the True Match. Give that a little mix on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to start blending that out onto my face. And the sponge that I'm using is actually the Fenty Beauty sponge. I love this. I forgot how good it is, but it is really, really, really good. Do you know what? I actually want to do a cream contour today. I'm going to go grab it really quick. I'm actually going to take the liquid bronzer from NARS. This is the Laguna bronzer. I don't think I've ever used this before. I'm going to get a little bit of it onto the back of my hand, and I'm going to start bronzing the usual areas that I like to bronze my face. That is so seamless. I feel like the ring light is totally throwing it off. Let me see if I can bring it down a bit, but yeah, it's so seamless on the skin. It's almost undetectable. I really, really like that. I feel like this will look really good with no makeup, like a no makeup look. For concealer, I'm using my usual, the Born This Way concealer in the shade Porcelain, and I'm putting that onto the usual areas as well that I like to brighten and highlight my face. And I'm also blending all of that out as well with the same beauty sponge. And because I'm wearing eyeshadow, I've also put a little bit of whatever's left on my sponge onto my eyelids as well. I'm gonna set everything in place using the Huda powder. And the shade that I'm using is Pound Cake. And again, I forgot how good this was. I feel like I get stuck using the same products again and again that I forget how good other products are. And this is huge, like this is gonna last you ages. I'm just getting this on very, very lightly. I personally am not a fan of baking, and every single time I have tried it, I've ruined my my base. So I just like to really press the powder into the areas that I want it to be. For bronzer, I'm taking the NARS Laguna Matte Bronzer, and I'm going to get that onto all the areas where I applied the liquid version of it. And this bronzer is so pigmented, you literally need the tiniest amount. I feel like I'm using a lot of the same stuff as I have been recently, but it's just because I've been really, really enjoying it. For blush, I'm going to take some of the Rimmel Maxi blush, and this is in the shade Third Base, and I'm going to get this onto the apples of my cheeks. And then what I've been doing again recently is kind of putting it on the kind of like top of my nose area, just to give me more of like a youthful kind of look. Still using the same highlight. This is the Becca Ignite highlighter in the shade Creativity. I get that on the back of my hand and then bounce that into the usual areas. Ugh, I honestly don't think I'm ever going to get over this highlight. It is that good. And you can actually use this like all over your body if you really want to as well. It just looks so beautiful on without it looking really heavy, which is what I love about it. I'm gonna take this Stila Magnificent, what is this called? Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. This is in the shade La Douce. I've used this quite a few times on like my Instagram and even YouTube, I think. But I'm gonna get this onto my eyelids and blend and buff that into the crease before we go in with like the actual eyeshadow shade. This color can totally be worn by itself because it's so beautiful. It's like a goldy, greeny, like really lovely shade. But I think I'm gonna get a bit of a matte shade on there just because I want something a little bit different. So I recently got this Morphe palette, which is the 35M, and I think I'm gonna take for now this shade right here, and I might mix a little bit of this shade into it, which is coming off kind of brown, but it is quite khaki-ish. And I'm gonna mix those two together and put that on top of where I applied the Stila shade and just hope for the best because I have no idea what this is gonna turn out like, but I'm hoping it will give it a nice like matte feel to it, but still very khaki at the same time. Okay, I really like the way that that's looking, and I'm just going to take a little bit of, I think I'm going to mix these two shades in together here, and I'm going to put that into my crease. I'm just making sure everything is really nice and blended out until I'm happy with the way that it's all looking. Brows done, mascara on. I was actually going to wear false lashes, but I'm loving this whole no falsies vibe and instead just layering up mascara. And the mascara that I'm wearing, which I've been obsessed with recently, is the Maybelline Falsies Lash Lift. It's so good. And now I'm going to move on to lips. I'm lining my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. I love this lip liner so much. I've gone through so many of these, but I'm going to line my lips and fill them in. Totally forgot to add mascara to my lower lashes. I'm going to do that very, very quickly before I add my lipstick. And then for lipstick, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty matte lipstick in Prom Night. I'm just going to very quickly tight line. And I feel like that's going to make the eyes look a bit more complete. And then, because I want to look nice and glowy, I'm going to take my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Spray that. I'd like to focus it on like where my highlight is. And now I feel like, oh actually I'm going to sort my hairline out very, very quickly. And I'm going to just... And that is me ready. I feel like I'm gonna keep my hoops on. I'm not really gonna do anything to my hair. Got like 20 minutes. We're just gonna make sure the food is nice and heated up and everything is ready, and then we're gonna sit down and enjoy our meal. I am gonna try not to vlog too much of it because we like to not really have our phones around us, especially when we're doing things like date night. So I'll try and show you guys as much as I can, but for most of it we're just gonna switch off and just enjoy our company, because I feel like being at home all the time, like it's really, really important to do little things like this just to keep things exciting and so that you're not just getting really, really bored. I'd love to know what you guys are doing to keep sane during this time, and if anyone is struggling in the comments and you read anything, I'd love it if you could give them some words of encouragement or give them some ideas of what they could do, because I'm hoping that we can be a community that can help everyone out. So now that my makeup is done, I'm gonna head on over to the kitchen and get all the last few bits sorted.
Oh, he's following us. Yeah, it's a 3-person date night. Yeah.
So table set, starters are ready, and now we're going to enjoy the food. We'll give you a review once we've finished eating, but we're going to eat and enjoy our date night without our phones and take in the moment. We've just finished dinner. What would you say that is out of 10? A 10 out of 10. So full. But I kind of want dessert, and I'm wishing that I'd made those vegan cookies, but we're going to make them tomorrow. My low battery light is flashing. And we have another family quiz tonight. That's how we roll in this household. Every Saturday.
I don't know, this was 2 factoring before the battery goes off.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Bobby. 2 back. Should we show everyone a new trick? Okay. Can you count to 3? Good boy, you're so clever. Yeah, you're a genius. Oh, a very cute, fluffy genius.